So, this time I remembered to press record. Lots of times I'll sit here and I'll yak and I'll yak and I'll yak and I'll talk and I'll talk, and then all of a sudden I'll notice, oh shit, lights are not on. So I'm still kind of waiting for this thing to dry before I can try brush it. You can't try brush it if it's damp at all, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the dry brush if you go over wet. So let your wash dry fully before you. I'm sometimes impatient, so I'm doing something different. I'm trying to think of something Christmassy to kind of do. Oh my god, I got paint on the wall. Just a minute, I gotta wash the wall. Well, got the paint off the wall. Yeah, there's a bunch of goop up there too. Hey, yeah, after you've done that stuff, man, check all over the place. Make sure you get that while it's still kind of damp, and you can wipe it off. That goop, once it's dried on the wall, it's... Anyways, I used one of these little cheap plastic credit cards I was talking about before earlier. Scraped it off with that. Hey, it worked pretty good, and then just washed it. Anyways, I can't tell that much. So, I think I've come up with plans or ideas for the contest thing. Okay, so I'm going to have two prizes because this is all I've got. And, besides, what the heck? This is one of my theories, okay? So before I show you what I was going to give away, just for jumping, because it's, hey, poor folk, eh? But anyways, in order to get something that you need, it's usually, I mean, the world is pretty, how do I word this? It's abundance. Abundance, the concept of abundance. I mean, it's really out there, okay? Like, I whine and bitch sometimes. Okay, I do it a fair amount. But anyways, I've actually got, everything I need. I mean, most of it is, most of everything is really trying to fill needs, wants, desires, voids. I mean, that's how marketing people get a hold of you. I mean, they're trying to fill a need, a want, a desire, a void, something in your life, that you're missing. Is it security? Are you scared? And the media pumps it up, so then they sell you bars for your windows and stuff like that. But anyways, where am I going with this? Oh, to get any of these needs, wants, desire, voids that you got, it's usually a blockage of some form. I mean, usually you're the one who is causing the loss. Not always, because, I mean, there's oppression and shit, hey? And then there's, I mean, some people are just, I mean, the human tendency is to pull the ladder of success up behind you as you climb up it, hey, so that other people can't get up behind you. Don't know why that is, but anyways, that's why I had to get out of accounting and stuff. Oh man, I just couldn't make an asshole rich anymore. I just couldn't play the game. I mean, and that's our power, right? It's not to play the game. If you don't like it, don't do it. And I mean, I was an accountant for a long time. I was really good at it. Majored in business. Top 5% of the class. I mean, I like economics, studying economics and demographics just for a hobby. And oh man, 90% of those idiots are going down the wrong friggin' path as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Just ain't gonna work. And that's the thing that gets me about my government and stuff like that. And, people like Harper and all. Yeah, Harper's got social problems just like the rest of us do, but, I mean, he's pretty smart in economics is what I've been told. So, I mean, now the system corrupts from within, eh? When you join a system, it's pretty hard not to follow the rules in order to get things done. Like, you may want to make changes, but in order to make those changes, you're going to almost invariably make sacrifices in order to do it, or to get little bits of it. So, Anyways, as consumers and grunts, serfs, I mean, our only real power is either don't participate, or shop with our dollar. I mean, that's basically it, eh? So, self-help, since this is all free advice anyways, in order to get any of these things that you want, need to feel yourself in that, you have to change some things, like your way of looking at the world. I'm kind of rambling here, I'm sorry, but you have to, I mean, if you want to change some things, you got to change some things. I mean, that's pretty much it, hey? So, like for myself, I have suddenly a need for, I don't know if it's wealth or security or what the fuck it is. It would be nice to have some more money for beer or whatever. Okay. So anyways, I gotta create that. So in order for to do that, I have to relinquish some of it. I have to create the void, because the world's pretty abundant, and you've got what you need, really. Not necessarily what you want, but you do have what you need. I mean, sometimes you have to go ask for it, you know. Sometimes you just have to, it's all conscious choices. Anyways, like I said, I'm rambling here. So, to create the need, you have to create a void first so that abundance can fill the void, right? And then you let off a little bit more and it'll come in. And, it's kind of like a new thought, eh? You have to create the flow to get going, okay? So for some reason I needed, uh, sort of like validation. Oh, I don't know what the hell I needed. I don't know why the hell I started these videos. But anyways, it's been nice to know that I'm not totally alone in the world, and that some people value my opinions. I don't get just negative feedback. Even the negative feedback I get is kind of constructive, so it's not bad. Yeah, kiddies, you're gonna be fucked up until you're old too. Oh, jeez. Anyways, where was I going with all this? Oh yeah, creating a void. So anyways, I'm gonna give away some junk in order to get some junk, I guess. So here. Start again. Cut. Okay. Prices for this thing. Okay. This is, I had a bunch of these. This is kind of the stuff I use. I mean, I use one of these knives. I use a metal one, but this is pretty much the same thing. This is really nice for doing coping. Here's a whole whack of blades and a saw blade and that. Here's a nice little saw for cutting out wild ass shapes. Sanding block. 3 different knives in here. A good one with the handle with the, takes the hole so you can use pins and stuff like that too. I don't know what else is in here. A planer. No. Well, I have used this one. Come to think of it, I have used that planer. I mean, it takes a little bit to set it up. Don't set your blade too deep. Eh? I mean, it's a cheap one, but I mean, it does kind of work on softwoods. Well, it worked on pine too, because I used it on pine because I needed a real small one. And then this one is a balsa wood splitter for cutting strips. It's got basically you put your knife in it and then run it along and it'll cut your strips. Okay, so this comes all in a nice little wooden box. I don't know what this one was worth, about $40. Eh? I didn't pay that much for it, but that's what the price tag was on it. So that's the one prize for I think for newbies getting into it, because then it gives you all the tools that I use for this. I mean, I don't use much anything else other than some wood rasps. And I mean, the wood rasp that I did for the first 3 years cost me $1. I got it at a junk store, eh? So you don't need a good one either. Anyways, and then this is going to be the other prize. It's this company's gone. It's a samurai, hey, in 1/35th scale. It's very big. There's a heavy chunk of white metal here.
and this company is discontinued, so this, I mean, this is old school. It's got instructions in there. That's how big its body is. There is a picture of this. Maybe I'll put it on. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it. Anyways, you can build it or not. It's kind of cool. It's all there. It's old school. Nice big chunk of white metal. Samurai guy sitting on a pilloway. So that'll be the prize for the old farts. And then a terrain building knife kit for the newbies.